What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real and Respawn podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Hudson, and with me today I have a good friend and fellow gamer, Garrett. How you doing today, Garrett?
I'm doing good. It's still a little weird adjusting to being the co-host.
Yeah.
But we'll manage.
But I think today I'm going to have a lot of fun because the topic that we're covering is over an indie game that is probably one of my most favorite of all time.
And it's fitting since the new chapter coming out in this February.
Today we are talking about Poppy Playtime's chapters 1 and 2.
Yeah, this is much needed. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna have a follow-up of 3 and 4.
Yes.
Coming
soon.
Yeah, next
coming
week,
coming soon.
Well.
Alrighty. Let's get this started off. Let's just start with chapter 1. Obviously, this is where we have the main character, Huggy Wuggy. Or not main character, but like the
Poster child.
the mascot of Poppy Playtime, basically. I feel like I want to get into something first that I thought was very interesting was character design.
Oh yeah.
I keep calling it Poppy. Huggy Wuggy. Huggy Wuggy's design is probably one of the coolest, like from like, you know, like FNAF games, Hello Neighbor, Bendy and the Ink Machine, all those like main mascot like characters that have these really cool designs. Like they're so recognizable. I think Huggy Wuggy's probably up there with them too, because not only there's a level of fear factor because it's the realism.
It's uncanny.
It's because it's a doll and not really like a demon like what Bendy is or like whatever like
a ghost.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Huggy is so unique to himself as he's not unique in the fact that he's a mascot character, but he's unique in personal design, and the shooting of that felt purposeful because his design also fits very well into his lore.
Yes.
And his just sheer size is crazy. And the fact that if we could pull that picture back up of him when he's in the vents, he's ducking down so far. And the fact that he's so big but he can fit into vents like he does because he's made of like felt, so he can maneuver in ways that others wouldn't. I think that's just it's scary.
And then also while we're talking about him in the vents, I also want to talk about level design. The way that this chapter is made, it's very eerie. It's very quiet when you first start. And what I think that's doing is building a lot of anticipation, because when you first walk in, you see Huggy Wuggy, but it's not him as a monster. It's more of just like the Playtime Co. statue logo kind of thing, you know? And while you're working through it, everything is like, it's dark. There's not a lot going on.
It's quiet, but it creates an atmosphere. It's like something is gonna happen. You just don't know when.
You have no idea, and it takes a while before that actually happens.
Yeah.
That's why there's so much anticipation built before he actually starts chasing you. When he does start chasing you, that it was terrifying.
The three moments I think that scared me most with Huggy was the initial meeting, because if you notice, his eyes follow you, and that's not like one of those things where like if someone has sunken eyes, like they'll look like they're always following you. His eyes are out and they're following you everywhere you go. Second, when you try and open the first door, if we can get a picture of him holding the key, hopefully, you try and open a door doesn't work because you need a key. And by some miracle, all of a sudden Huggy's hand, that he's waving with, all of a sudden has the key. And that part kind of confused me. Like, was he trying to help or just kind of lead you into a sense of false security?
I don't think there was any particular reason. I think that was a design choice. I think that might have been because just kind of like, because you think about it. Let's go back to Resident Evil. I just want to talk about it for a second. There's sometimes where an enemy has a certain like a key item that you need to get, and you have to like kill them in order to get that item. It's kind of like that, I think.
But this time he just gave it to you. I see the picture. Basically. If we can pull it up, it's so just it makes him seem more intelligent. It makes him less of a statue, and it creates that like, keep that in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Like, this guy could be a threat, but you don't know yet.
Speaking of why he's the threat, I want to get in a little bit into the lore.
Oh boy.
Who is actually contained within Huggy Wuggy?
I don't have a direct answer.
Yeah?
It's not properly confirmed if there's anyone specific inside of Huggy. We have a couple things. One, his purpose. He was created as a last-ditch effort security. If someone was breaking in, right, they would be warned again and again. And if they failed to heed these warnings, Huggy would become active.
Yes.
As the first tape that you'll ever find in Chapter 1 tells you is like, we pride ourselves on our security. That is a warning saying that Huggy's awake and he knows you're here. So if you choose to go further, you get to face him.
Why is it that he wants to kill us so bad?
So I have my own personal thing behind this is there's a lot of mention of the creatures within the Poppy Playtime franchise being hungry. But there's also parts of like the tapes and the lore that says that they're hungry, but they don't have the means to digest, to like to feel full.
Because they're toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my thing behind that is I think Huggy attacks only when attacks just because. Like, he's hungry but never satisfied, so he'll attack anything and everything near him.
Yeah, I mean, again, that probably goes to that. Also adds to the fear factor is the story behind these characters too, because you're understanding what they are, and the fact that you know what they are, but there's not really anything you can do about it, and you just gotta let them. That's not necessarily let them chase you, but like just knowing what they are and understanding what they are makes them feel a little bit more morbid, and it kind of makes you like, I wish I could help them, but I can't because they're trying to kill me. You know?
Yeah, it's like it creates that sense of hopelessness that some horror games kind of fail to encompass.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of other horror games, you have means to defend yourself.
Yes.
You have means to like you have like options. You can help or you can run, like Walking Dead. You get to decide your path.
Yeah.
Others are very dead centered and they make it very hard to feel any sympathy for your attacker. But this one makes it very hard to not feel sympathy when you know the secrets that happen behind it.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, yeah, no, I would be angry too.
And like the reasons why they're chasing you.
Which we'll get into in the second segment.
I have another question for you. A lot of people have been wondering, who are we?
Oh,
are we just normal person that was like, you know what, I'm gonna check out this abandoned building, or like, are we in a secret employee, or like anything like that?
We're a little late to this story, so in the very first chapter, you're given a description when you enter. It's telling you why you're there, you know, all of that. It says you are an ex-employee.
Yes.
So you are an employee that used to work there. What level you might have been, no one knows. What what security clearance, but clearly you had to be somewhat high because you are known in every chapter. They know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
The issue with more exacts about who you are is you were given 0 hints about you as a person. You know virtually nothing. So it makes it very easy to leave it up to interpretation. I'm hoping Chapter 5 is going to tell us more about ourselves because we've already been given a lot about Poppy's story, about the game. So I feel like learning more about the character you play as, since it was very specific in the first one that you were an ex-employee, there should be more information there.
Was there a direct motive that was given for our return to Playtime Co.?
Yes.
What was it?
They had received a note that you see in the start saying that all of the employees that went missing are still here, and they need your help, basically. So you need to come and free them. That is indeed afterwards found not to be the case. And the writing on that note, if we can find that note, is very childlike. It doesn't appear to be from an adult, especially with a few spelling errors.
And which I believe is written by a character that we meet later in that same chapter named Poppy, right?
Yes, and that's the signature because on the note, if we can pull it up, there is a poppy flower drawn on it. It says find the flower, and there's some clear, like a little bit of spelling mistakes, and the choice of words feels more innocent and more naive than adult. That for me, that was the kind of the first thing that little tipped me off. And then from there, the flower is shown later on. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
So, in the game, it chose to do a different type of, gameplay system, or not different, but they approached it differently. Like a lot of games are first person.
Yeah.
But instead of using just your hands or like weapons that you gain over time, you're given one thing that you carry through every chapter. What do you think of that?
I think this is very kind of gives you limited options, basically. Like, it's kind of like the saying that it's me against the world. So, like, all you have is your grab pack, and then everything else around you is a threat, basically. That reminds me of very similar gameplay-wise to FNAF Security Breach. I feel it's very similar because it's you and your flashlight, basically. I feel like that gives the player a sense of, like, always have to be on the lookout because you never know what's going to be coming, and all you have to protect yourself is this grab pack. So you always have to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time, and make sure that you're able to use that grab pack to the best of your ability. And I think that level of like kind of gameplay style is more so happens in Poppy Playtime Chapter 2.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
To me, it feels very not unique, but it feels like they approached it in a very unique way. Because unlike others where even like in Security Breach, you get items, you get multiple things you can use. You have one thing with attachments, but also you get a massive amounts of reach.
Yes.
Second is, I'll ask you this, and I want to talk about someone specific.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on like the electric puzzles, where like you can shoot a hand? Because these appear in the first one. You shoot a hand at like what is it, like an electric box?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
It
I know what you're
travels
talking
the current through it.
I think they're very simple. Those are very simple. Obviously, first chapter. I mean, they're warming you up to what's to come. Chapter 4. I mean, they're just simple puzzles that get you where you need to go. I mean, there's nothing really to them. I mean, there's an aspect of like kind of being able to solve something gives you like that form of gratitude, or not gratitude, but like a sense of satisfaction.
The dopamine boost.
Yeah, dopamine boost that you're able to like, it keeps you going basically. And I think that's what those like simpler puzzles are there to do. But other chapters, those puzzles get crazy.
And then there's the biggest person we need to talk about, someone who has definitely been a drive of this entire series, Poppy herself.
Yes.
I don't know if it played up there when we were doing it. It might eventually, but Poppy is the first success or the biggest success of Playtime Co.
Yes.
And Poppy, in and of herself, to me, I think is the most sophisticated quote-unquote toy that they ever advertised. That and having her hair pure red and smell like poppies because it puts people to sleep. I feel like that was definitely a big grab with the parents.
Oh, a little foreshadowing. The poppies that put people to sleep, that comes into play a lot in chapters 3 and 4. Yeah. So just be prepared for that.
But Poppy appears near the end of chapter 1. We see her in a room, and we get like one full voice line.
Yes.
You opened my case.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of dialogue. I mean, there's not really anything you could go off of. Chapter 2 is when you actually can get a grasp of what she wants to do.
Yeah.
But then we'll see at the very beginning of chapter 2.
We learn a lot very quickly.
Yeah.
Poppy is a very unique character, and you have the poster child, but then you have the one behind it. Even though it's called Poppy Playtime, Poppy is not the poster child, and that's what kind of struck me as weird.
It's Huggy Wuggy. It's because I think it's the first big bad you see kind of thing. Like
Freddy was on the front page of everything.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I think we can wrap up chapter 1 here right now. After this break, we're going to talk about chapter 2 and then give maybe a little bit of hints on what we're going to do for our next episode. So, see you there.
So, Steven, I think a big part of being an online gamer is definitely the security of your base. Did you just say security? Yeah, we did. Which leads us into the sponsor of our podcast, Think Security. They are a local security provider that make security cameras, alarm systems, and mobile security units, both for company and for your every day-to-day people, to make sure that they can keep their belongings and themselves safe from anyone who decides it's a good idea to try and steal from them.
You can contact them at 562-926-7555 or visit them directly at 272 South 5th Avenue, City of Industry, California. Thank you, and back to our scheduled entertainment.
See you there.
Welcome back, everybody. Right now we're going to talk about specifically Chapter 2 and all of its little secrets that it hides within the shadows.
Oh yeah, Chapter 2 gives you such a deeper view into lore. I'm a lore freak. I love lore.
Yeah.
So Chapter 2 is probably my favorite of the time.
I think we can just talk about the noticeable increase in not production design, but like just
World building.
just the design, everything, the quality just skyrocketed.
Yeah, it was definitely better.
I think what helped was probably Huggy Wuggy. Because he was such a big success, they were able to build off of it, and then they made another not iconic, but like just
Unique.
very recognizable character.
It's crazy. Huggy was a big success for Playtime Co. in the lore, and then Huggy was a big success for Mob Entertainment making this game.
Yep.
It's so ironic.
Yeah. We need to talk about her.
Yes, but before we do that, there's a few gameplay changes that appear.
Okay.
Because Laura is going to probably take up the rest of this episode. Let's get the gameplay first. Which are more questions for you. What are your thoughts of adding the extra hand, the green hand? We can pull up a picture of the green hand.
I think it gives the game a lot more versatility, because now you're adding brand new gameplay mechanics per chapter. That's the trend that we're heading in. So I think that's because it keeps you on your toes. Basically, you're never stuck to the same thing for the entire chapter. There's always something different that you can do, and I think that's a very good game design.
And then additionally, when you first meet Mommy Longlegs, right? She takes your red hand.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on losing one and gaining the other?
I felt powerless in that moment. I felt like I legit thought I was gonna die.
Thought it was over?
Yeah, it was Jover.
Taking the red hand, I definitely think was a big power move. It definitely limited you a lot.
I think it set the tone for what she was gonna be, as her character.
It's like a Huggy was a little stupid.
Yeah.
This is her saying, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. And it created that, like, now it's not just you versus a mindless monster. Now it's you versus another intelligent being.
I want to ask you, like, going through all these different maps, because we'll talk about the areas that we explore in Chapter 2. Don't you find it interesting that there's a different area for certain, like, whatever these kids wanted, they could always just find it and just never really seem to get bored? Was there a reason for that? The reason why?
Oh, are you talking about the play area?
Yes.
So where Mommy Longlegs always is, there's this giant, basically a massive playground with puzzles to solve, games to play, and then a train that would take them from Playtime Co. back out. The thing about that is, in the lore, Poppy Playtime, or not, the Playtime Co. in of itself focused a lot on orphans, because in Chapter 1 and 2, you find posters saying to adopt an orphan.
Yes.
The issue in that play area, the point of that was not to entertain the kids, not to support Playtime Co. and make them think, oh yeah, this is a great company. The point was to test how intelligent each kid individually was, so they could pick the best of the bunch and then take them to another place, which we will not specify just yet.
That's why a lot of the puzzles that you see were like, this is for an orphan?
Yeah, like, no, it's weird, because it goes from, okay, yeah, I see an orphan being able to do this, to, maybe, and then just absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, especially the, if we can pull them up, Pug-a-Pillar.
Oh yeah, Pug-a-Pillar was a whole nother piece
It's a
of work.
whole obstacle course. They were checking, like, these orphans, like, ability to do, like
ability to survive,
just athleticism and stuff like that. And I'm like, I always wondered why. That's for that reason.
Yeah,
and
the point was to see who was the best, who out of the bunch was the smartest and the strongest, and then they would take them and basically the company would adopt them instead
Yeah.
of an individual person. But we cover more of that in our next episode.
Alrighty, now we gotta talk about her probably
Yes.
for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Mommy Longlegs. She is the new big bad of the series, or well, in chapter 2 at least, and she is very scary. Very scary.
In terms of very scary, I think more unnerving is a better term.
Yeah.
Like, anyone hates dolls. I don't like dolls, especially if they're trying to kill me.
But this is a spider doll.
This one is
It's
a
a
lot different. Oh, you just combined two of my worst fears: living dolls and spiders. I
Yeah.
hate both. Those are both terrifying.
Who comes up with these ideas? What
For an indie game, that's a hell of an idea.
I guess, yeah. It's pretty scary.
It was a good choice, though.
Yeah.
It was a good choice. Chapter 2 in specific was called A Fly in a Web. Mm-hmm. All it is a continuation of After Finding Poppy. Mm-hmm. And the weirdest thing is, like I said, creating an intelligent being to face this time rather than a mindless monster.
Yeah.
It definitely sets a different tone. It's like, oh, I'm not just surviving. I have to outsmart
Yes.
this other entity if I want to live.
We can get into that actually because she's so smart. I feel like we have to know who is contained within.
So
Mommy Longlegs.
I cannot fully confirm this, but according to this, it is a orphan known as Mary Payne. Mm-hmm. Mommy Longlegs' exact experiment number is experiment 1222. Mm-hmm. And they're all part, because we learned about this in chapter 2. They're all part of something called the Bigger Bodies Initiative, which was an initiative to turn kids into toys.
Yes.
Basically to enhance their workforce. And any specific as to why she was chosen, I don't have. But we do know her attitude.
Yes.
So Mommy Longlegs had a very big favor toward children. She was like a mother. But toward adults, she became very aggressive, very cut off. And it did end up, if I remember, in a couple incidents. And Mommy Longlegs was just not seen the same.
It was not good. Let's just say that it was not good.
But we do know that Mommy Longlegs would not hurt children.
Yeah.
She would protect them like I would assume, like she wasn't protected.
Why do you think she doesn't kill us at first?
She says some very interesting things to us. Like, one, she's aware we're an employee.
Yeah.
As to why she doesn't kill us right away, I think it's simply just to toy with us. I don't think there's any grand reason, because in the last thing where we meet Pugapillar, it's clear we're not meant to get out.
Yeah.
We're not meant to survive. So I don't think it's this grand scheme. I think the whole time she was trying to get rid of us.
Yes.
But she was trying to do it in more creative ways, in ways that would make us suffer, not end us instantly.
You know what I also think is very interesting is the fact that she doesn't like adults, and obviously I think there is, I don't know if I can reveal it because we haven't talked about it yet, but she doesn't like adults, we know that, but she decides not to kill us at first. She knows we're an employee. I'm thinking, you started all this, I will make you feel the worst kind of deal.
Like, maybe like we're the ones who began everything.
Yeah, like we're the ones who helped start everything that was happening here. I will make you suffer. Yeah.
I mean, that could be it, but I'm thinking it's more just I want to make you suffer the way we suffered. I don't think it's any specific target grudge. I think it's just like you were an employee, you worked here, which means at one point or another you knew what was going on here.
Yes.
So I want you to suffer the way we have suffered this whole time. So rather than get rid of you instantly, I want to toy with you. I want to see how long I can pull your string, and then until it snaps.
I also want to get into her chase scenes.
Oh.
The thing about her chase scenes was the music. They made the music especially loud. for some
Yeah.
reason. And the fact, no, what was even crazier was her footsteps when she was like crawling towards us. It was so you could hear it so vividly behind
Yeah, and
you.
unlike Huggy, his steps were soft. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't really hear. You heard them, but you
Yeah.
didn't hear them heavy. When you're in Mommy Longlegs' chase scenes, it's just
Yeah.
so loud. It's like barreling toward you.
Yeah. And it just creates a terrifying moment. I think is way more scarier than chapter 1. It's 10 times scarier than chapter 1 for that matter. And then also at the end of her chase scene, she gets turned into
up.
ground beef
Basically,
basically.
yeah. She gets caught in a grinder. You turn it on, and it pulls her in. And then we meet someone very interesting that we got a hint to.
I'm gonna lead into that because after she gets ground up, there's a big hand that comes from underneath a door and grabs her. What is that hand?
That hand belongs to the prototype. The prototype. At this point, we do not see very much of anything about the prototype. We know we know only a couple things. One, we know it's extremely intelligent. 2, we know it intentionally broke out.
Yes.
Multiple times. And 3, we know its experiment number is 1006. Which means there is 1,005 experiments before it that all failed.
Also, what was I gonna say? There was something about the character's design of the hand. When people first saw it, it was nobody had any idea. Like they saw it. I remember seeing one of Corey Kenshin's videos, and he's like, "Yeah," and then and the hand reaches out, like,
What is that?
"What is that?"
It has, if we could pull up a better picture of it, it has like human arm bones in between, like where it should be as a hand. It has human arm bones where they should be, and then it has red. I don't know if those are veins or just wires.
I think they're veins.
And it feels like an unnatural merge of human and
To
machine.
this day, we still don't know what his design is, and it's been 3 years.
We still fully don't know what it is.
We still don't know what it is.
That is the most we got.
We've
So
gotten
actually-
glimpses, but we don't even know if it has a face.
Yeah.
It's
Before we really spin off, there's two things within chapter 2 I want to talk about. One, the mini Huggies.
yes.
One of the most horrible mini games I've ever seen. You have to fend off a bunch of like miniature Huggies crawling out of like tubes that you can barely see because the brightness didn't work.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
There was a glitch at the time of the game that the game came out.
Yeah.
That the brightness setting wasn't changing anything, so you couldn't see which tube they were coming out of.
Imagine playing that on a release. Like, where are they?
Yeah, it would be a miracle and a half that you survived.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do from there?
I don't think there really is anything you can do.
No, there really isn't. And then there's also this other mini game which was kind of fun, which was I can't remember what his name is. It's like the bunny.
Yeah.
Yellow
That one was scary because you had to use a grab pack and you had to hit certain buttons.
What Simon Says.
But at the very end, there's a button that's moving so fast around you that you have to time it so perfectly, and you hit it and it stops the whole machine.
Yeah, it does. That is, I mean, and him himself, he's had some fun fan theories and stuff. I don't know personally, I don't know much about him.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out my Twitch at _. Ooh, that's what's to come. Make sure to check out my Twitch at _am_Elden
And you can check me out at Dungeon 2 Breaker on Twitch.
And we will see you guys for the next episode on chapters 3 and 4. Peace out.